God bless football, Billy Gill.
God bless football, Mikey, eh?
God bless football, Fuentes.
God bless football, Stugotz.
Oh, look at that. We got Fuentes. He has a microphone. He's got a camera in front of him. He can speak to us. This is very exciting, Fuentes.
I'm sure that you're more excited than most people are, but thank you, Stu.
Do you guys miss the Monday?
Really what I'm excited about. Go ahead, Billy. I'm sorry.
Do you miss the Monday hangovers, like the Monday morning shows? I kind of do. I like the Monday morning shows. Now, it would make absolutely no sense
Monday
to be
afternoon,
doing...
you mean?
Yeah, Monday afternoon. Yeah.
Right.
It would make no
Good
sense
call.
to be doing the Monday morning afternoon show in the off season because,
There's no games.
Why would we be doing that with no games? But still, I kind of miss it. I miss the big board. Miss some things.
Well, if you miss it so much, I'll meet you Monday morning. We could do a show if you'd like. I mean,
You will not, and I know that. And I will be here by myself.
We're also missing Lucy.
I will.
Yeah.
We had Lucy in here doing college football. We heard all about Iowa. Iowa punting, Iowa defense, Iowa punting again, stuff like that.
So I was talking to Lucy.
Iowa unders.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
talking to Lucy the other day off air, and we were discussing, and maybe we can bring it back for people. We miss send us stuff because people just aren't sending stuff. Because why would they be sending stuff? So if you want to send us stuff, just I don't know, Google the address and put attention Metalark. Put my name, put Lucy's name, Stugotz's name, Mikey's name, Mike Fuentes' name, anybody's name, and send us stuff if you want, and we'll talk about it. I guess is that allowed? Can we do that?
We'll find
well,
out.
you just did it.
Yeah,
So
we'll find out. Yeah.
It's done now.
Anyway, big episode, huh, Stugotz? We have new games. We have more Mikeley. Mike Fuentes has a new game that he wants to debut. I was told that you secured a guest, not for this week, but for next week, which is exciting if it's who I think it is. And also, we have a negotiation that you want to do on air for some reason that I'm not exactly sure why you want to do it on air, but it's an exciting negotiation, potentially.
I'm a tougher negotiator on air than I am face to face. That's why.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. We do have most Mikeley. We have One's Gotta Go debuting a new game. I mean, look how excited
I
the
love
group
a
got.
good One's Gotta Go.
One's Gotta
I'm
Go.
excited about One's Gotta Go. I don't know how it works, but I think I do, and I'm excited
From
about
Twitter straight to this show. It's basically just something we stole off Twitter. When you take four guys, you get four guys, and one's got to go.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Okay.
But we're not doing that.
Was that what you were thinking, Billy? Or I mean,
yeah, but we're not doing it now.
Yeah,
That's a
I'll
later
explain
thing.
it again.
Okay.
There's four guys.
Well, no, explain it to me right before we do it so I don't forget. Yeah, because I'll forget. Yeah.
Because one's got to go.
Case,
Just so you know,
all
one's
right,
got to go.
Okay. Yeah, but in case he forgets, explain to him, hey, I'm going to give you a group of four guys, and one of them's got to go.
Yeah.
You know?
See, Stugotz gets it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. We also I have some news here on guest next week. Billy is right. We have a negotiation to make with Tight End University. We'll get to that in just a second. But Billy, here is the big news. I have not one, but two guests booked for next week. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Austin Ekeler got married. Congratulations to him and his beautiful bride, his beautiful wife.
We
What?
missed the wedding.
I wasn't invited to the wedding.
You never
I gotta
gave
be
the
honest.
best man speech.
I'm getting to it. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Maybe the next wedding.
Don't you have a year to give a best man speech? Isn't that the rule? Do you have a year
Yes.
from a wedding?
No, you have
Yes.
like 10 minutes after the wedding.
retroactive. Yep.
I can't believe we missed his wedding. Do you think he is registered? I'm going to look this up right now. Austin Ekeler wedding registry. Because, I like Austin, but if Austin's asking his friends to get him something, that's ridiculous.
Right. Well, his friends who weren't invited. I mean,
Well, anyone. Come on. He's a millionaire. Oh my God.
Well, he's going to
he
join
is.
us next week to talk to us about the wedding. Perhaps I'll have my best man speech ready for him next week since he finally got married. I should say finally. It's not like, it's not like they kept delaying it. I mean, the marriage actually happened. What happened, Billy? I see you excited back there. What's going on?
I found his wedding registry, but his password protected.
Oh, really?
Devastating. He got married on
Want me to get it
Saturday.
for you?
Well, I mean, if you don't want to send me a password, you don't want to invite me to your wedding, I'm going to get you a gift? Like, no, that's crazy. Why would I do that? What do you think is on here?
Anyway, he agreed to come on next week, Billy, because he will break down and discuss the wedding with us, tell us who was there, the highlights, the lowlights, all that stuff. So I'm excited about that, but not nearly as excited as I am to announce that I have made contact with Mrs. Schefter. I mean,
Whoa.
Is she going to join?
we are two peas in a pod. I am telling you right now. I mean,
You're talking about Mama Schefter. You're
I
not
am talking about Shirley Schefter, Adam Schefter's mom. I told Schefter the story that Billy told last week on God Bless Football of how Billy met his mom on a weekend cruise. They met in an elevator. They had a moment, and then Billy never saw her again. And Billy wasn't satisfied. He wants more.
Did she
and
remember?
So Adam Schefter's, what's that?
Did she remember?
I'm not certain if, listen, she's playing along right now. She said a friend of Adam's is a friend of mine, and I would love to join your program. But I'm not certain if she remembers you, Billy. Okay. So
this hurts.
I mean,
You got to bring the hat.
I
no, he's right. Mikey A is right.
case.
You have to dress exactly the way you were dressed on the cruise. Okay.
This is a rough episode so far. So Mrs. S probably doesn't remember me. Our friend Austin got married and we weren't invited. I'm looking at pictures of the wedding here. It looks like it was a great affair. I can't even get him a gift because it's password protected. Look, here he is on the dance floor. He has those light up like foam stick things. Wow.
Let's send him a gift card to Applebee's. Think he'll enjoy that?
No.
More of a Chili's type guy? Because you got to send a gift. No? You get more of a Chili's guy?
I feel like Austin just eats ice.
Two for
you know
one
what I mean?
Oh,
like,
that's, yeah.
He's just a guy like he eats ice because nothing else is like good for him.
You don't think he sits down for a couple of skinny margs?
No, I think he drinks water, and if he has to chew, he eats ice. That's it.
I feel like you could get him an inspirational quote as a gift, and he'd love it.
That's
Oh,
true.
he'd love that.
Like a good quote.
Wow.
Right, that he would frame on the wall. Right.
Yeah.
So
No, just tell it to him. Just say it to him. Here's your gift.
maybe we get him a gift card to like Home Goods or something, so
Yeah.
he can go to like the section and just get a bunch of those signs with words on them. And
Just
put
if
them around his
as
house.
you hand him the card, you just like teamwork makes the dream work. And
There you
and
go.
you shake his hand.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Wow. Look at Billy. He's excited about that.
Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're welcome, Austin.
I mean, so is that what we're doing? What are we getting him? What are we going to do when he comes on next week? We should have something prepared for him. Not a best man speech, but something prepared. I mean, what do you think, Billy?
I don't know.
No.
I don't. I don't.
I wanted to
understand.
make the joke, but he's a friend. Like, send him to the quarterback store, buy a quarterback, maybe get him some jewelry, like a ring, you know? I mean,
A punter.
I have some rule changes I want to discuss with you. So, Billy, here's the deal. Okay. Shirley Schefter, who is an angel, by the way, she has agreed to come on. She wanted to come on this week, but we couldn't get it done in time. She has agreed to come on next week. She wants to revisit your encounter on the boat. She wants to talk to us about Adam. Billy claims that she saved the world, and I'm not certain anyone here disagreed with Billy on that notion, on that premise. But Mikey A and I were talking right before you got into the studio, Billy. I'd like to make her the God Bless Football Insider, because, and just hear me out on this. I would find it nearly impossible to believe that Shirley Schefter has not been sitting right next to Adam Schefter at dinner, and some news comes in, and Shirley knows about the news way before we know about the news, before Adam even tweets it out. And so who's going to say no to their mom? Okay. So if we give Shirley a job here on God Bless Football, where she is our insider, and she just texts Adam, hey, 5 times a year, I need you to give me the news before you give your audience the news. Don't you think a good son would do that for his mom? I mean, what do you think?
Well, there's a lot to unpack here. You need him to give her the news, but also hold off on reporting that news until after Friday, because that's when we air. But also, it seems to me that you think that Adam Schefter lives at home with his mom.
No, I'm just saying that somewhere along the way, Adam Schefter received some news that he was going to send out, and mom just happened to be there by his side, and she was privy to the news before the rest of us were privy to the news. That's all I'm saying.
Can I create a top 5 for you, or just like the idea of a top 5, and then you come up with the list?
Sure.
Top 5 sportscasters that you think live at home with their parents.
Wow.
List. It's a great list.
Live at home. What am I basing this on? Just personality?
It's your list. I'm not going to tell you how to make your list. I'm just saying I think it's a good theme for a list.
I have number 1 already.
No, that's
I'll
not
share,
you
I'll,
really?
I'll share it with Stu. I'll text it to him.
okay.
Okay.
They have
Then it
to-
wouldn't be my list. You want to make your own list?
They
I mean,
have
what
to
do you
be
want to do?
with us. They have to be with us.
No, they're obviously with us.
Yeah, just-
I only really have this one name. I'll send it to you.
It's great for the air.
Oh, you're right. Mikey A just sent me one, and it's,
I just got it. I just
I already
sent it already.
penciled him in at number 4. I mean,
I have someone that I think that you guys are thinking, and when you reveal your top 5, I'm going to see if he's on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is very exciting. What do you want to do with Mrs. Schefter? She's very excited about this. Adam said you're going to make. So this was the response I got from Adam. I am concerned about what she's going to say about me. That was number one. Number two is you're going to make her day. Okay. You're going to make her day. This is her wheelhouse. She's always wanted to do this. I want to give Mrs. Schefter a platform on a weekly basis here on God Bless Football. Make her the show mom and the show insider. How about that?
Well, this is your thing, though, is you always go from 0 to 100 on everyone and everything. Like,
I do, yes.
One person is on with us once, and now, we're 3 years into Austin Ekeler. Or we had, Mojo on every week, and then Mojo got tired and broke up with us, but we haven't been able to lose K-Funk, so he's around, and Share Bear's around. Which, by the way, speaking of Share Bear invited us to be part of a celebrity tournament that he's throwing. So we got to get back to him on that. And then I think bring him on. Yeah, I think it's in June. We have a busy June coming up if negotiations.
It is a busy June. If we go to Tight End University, this is becoming a very, very busy June.
Yeah.
I mean,
we got to negotiate that still.
Yes.
Who are you negotiating with in this situation? Is it with Tight End U or is it with the company? Who are you doing these negotiations with, Stugotz?
So Tight End University is something that the tight ends do every single year. They do it in Nashville. There's a concert, celebrity concert that goes on at the Brooklyn Bowl in Nashville. George Kittle and his dad, they're kind of in charge of it. Travis Kelce is there every year. All the tight ends show up. Greg Olson's a big part of it. But the guys who handle Raheem Mostert and Austin Ekeler there's an agency, and they put this thing together. And so they have invited us. They want us out there. We're going to get all the people I think that we want to get. We'll have invitations to the concert, Tight End and Friends concert. I love that name, Tight Ends and Friends. We'll be invited to that concert. I think we'll get good guests. I think it will be good for God Bless Football, Billy. So I think we should do it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce's going to be there, and there's going to be a concert with surprise guests.
Not a chance. It's never going to happen.
Just
Get that out of your head right now.
Just saying. Travis Kelce's going to be there.
Right. And what are you saying? Just say it.
I'm saying Taylor's the surprise guest.
Wow.
Right.
Taylor Swift is performing with Tight Ends and Friends.
I don't think that's the case.
That's really a career falling off a cliff. A free concert, Tight Ends and Friends featuring Taylor Swift. Not happening. No. Billy, do we want to go to this? I think now I do have some demands here. Like, there is no way I am going up there unless I get at least a minimum 25-minute sit down with Travis Kelce. I want Greg Olson as well. I want Bruce Kittle, who is George Kittle's dad, because that guy is a badass. Those are really, I am willing to go there just to get those three guests. How about that?
After the break, we will discuss Stugotz's concert demands and I guess your writer for going to Tight End University. And we're back, Stugotz.
We are.
I don't want to ruin any surprises. I don't want to throw off any other shows. I don't want to tell, I don't want to put news out there that isn't mine to tell, but I'm just looking at who is lining up for an upcoming South Beach session, and I am in awe. I can't believe this person is here, and I'm looking through the glass of my studio. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera, but when this person is there on 30 different screens, I can't help but look. This guy is wearing a shirt that you could not get made. A shirt would not fit me the way that it fits this man. Any shirt. There's no way that a shirt exists that would fit me the way that it fits him. He's got those arm veins. Oh, now he's laughing. I'm charmed through this. I hope he can't hear me. He's looking at me, but he can't hear me. There's no way he can hear me. But man, what a looker this Chris Fowler is.
Chris Fowler.
Wow. Who said that?
Why don't you ask him if he has a few minutes for us? Instead of staring at him.
Well, because it's a busy day. We have to talk about Mrs. S. We have some games to play.
You're intimidated.
It's not that I'm intimidated, but also respectfully, I'm not going to restructure the entire show just because Chris wants to kind of saunter into our studio. We have business to get to here, and it doesn't revolve around Chris Fowler. Sorry, Chris. Maybe I'll invite him on a future episode, but we're too busy right now. Sorry, Chris.
I would reschedule all of our business if you got Chris Fowler into that studio so we could speak to him for a couple of minutes. But it's okay. I understand you not wanting to do that. LeBatard's hogging all his time. I get it.
It's not that. It's that also he's going to say no, so I just don't want to be embarrassed.
He is surprisingly jacked, though. He is. He really is.
Yeah.
I would say in the surprisingly jacked older sportscaster category, it's him and Skip Bayless. That's it. Yeah.
Older. How old do you think he is?
I think Fowler's probably 50, 51, something like that, right?
I don't know.
That would be my guess.
Oh, wow. Hold on. He is 61.
61 years old.
Chris Fowler is 61 years old. Get the hell out of here,
He
man.
probably hasn't eaten a carb in like 20 years.
Yeah, he's another one that just eats ice.
He's like Ekeler.
He turns 62 this year. 61.
Really?
I'm even more in love now.
How old is Skip Bayless?
He's 93, I think.
No,
or something.
I think he's in his late 70s though, or mid 70s. We have the power of Google.
He's
Hold on.
72.
There you go.
So he's 11 years older.
He looks good. 72. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I guess for 72.
Fowler's giving off those zaddy vibes, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
You got the salt and pepper going.
61. He's a granddaddy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Has Dan started the interview, or is there a little, small talk going
Some
on?
banter.
What is that glass he's drinking out of? Anyways, we should probably get back to our show and not just watching another show.
No, I like the idea of you guys doing play-by-play of Dan and Fowler. Like, it's a better show.
Anyways, you want to do more Mikeley, or do you want to do Fuentes' game?
So we have more Mikeley. We have One's Gotta Go. Fuentes will remind us of the rules of that game once we get to it. I also have top 5 sportscasters who look like they live at home. We have a lot to get to. I have some rule changes I'd like to discuss with you. Billy, you pick. Where do you want to go first? Where do you want to go?
Well, we have.
Don't we have to do the negotiation?
Yeah, I was going to say we have your
negotiation?
negotiations that we never got to, but I also let's do your negotiations actually.
Well, listen, for Tight End University, I'd like to go to it. I think we'd have fun. I think we'd have great access. I think it'd be great for God Bless Football. If I'm negotiating here, and I guess that I am, what I'm telling you is I want at least 25 minutes with Travis Kelce. I want a good 15 minutes with Bruce Kittle. I want Greg Olsen for 20 minutes. I want a lot of it to appear not on just God Bless Football, but on the main show, the Dan Le Batard Show, with Stugotz. If we're going up there, we're going up there. We're going to work, okay? I want free tickets to the concert. I want access to everything, and I want to get paid. I mean, that's it. It's a fair ask for what it is we're going to do. I mean, we're going to Nashville in the middle of the summer. I mean, please.
Are you still in any frequent communication with Travis Kelce? Because prior to Taylor Swift, you had somewhat of a relationship with him, and you spoke to him. So you had ways of talking to him. Has that ended?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's moved on. Listen, but it hasn't just ended for me, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's ended for a lot of people. Like, he went from Travis Kelce in the NFL world was a superstar, is a superstar. He's an A-lister, right?
Yeah.
But now he has crossed over here. When you are dating the most popular entertainer on the planet, you have arrived at a different place in life. And so, yes, a lot of people, I would imagine, have had trouble reaching Travis Kelce, myself included. So to answer your question, yes. And if it takes me going to Nashville for Tight End University to reconnect with my old friend, then that's what I'll have to do. But I better reconnect with my old friend. I want it in writing. I want it guaranteed 25 minutes.
So no bad blood, though?
None
Okay.
whatsoever. No, we
Just
are good.
joking.
He and I are good.
All
Yeah,
right.
no bad blood.
Billy, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Over under how many tight ends does Stugotz ask to get their quarterback on the show?
All of them. There's not a one that he doesn't
There's not a
ask.
one, right?
I don't
Well,
think.
Kelce would be the one. I mean, I'm not asking for that quarterback, right? We ain't getting him.
I know.
You're asking for a different person.
I was
from
gonna
the
say, who would you rather if Travis says, you know what, I could bring one person to do an interview with, Taylor Swift or Patrick Mahomes, who would you choose?
I mean, it's a no-brainer. Absolutely.
a
Are you
no-brainer.
kidding me? It's Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, it's definitely Taylor Swift.
Mahomes. Absolutely.
You get Taylor Swift just for the clicks.
You took the joke.
No.
Of course I did.
Let's be
He
realistic.
laid it right up there for me.
No,
It was an alley-oop.
Let's be realistic. You're getting Taylor Swift.
Here's the thing about Patrick Mahomes that I know, and I don't know that it's my place
Yeah.
to put this business out there, but I'll do it regardless. So Patrick Mahomes, before he was drafted, he was at Radio Row doing all of that stuff, and Adam Lefkoe really talked him up and became a Patrick Mahomes guy. Talked him up, was this guy's gonna be the next big thing. Had interviews and stuff like that before he was drafted. And to my understanding, never forgot that. Anytime he has a shoe come out, anytime he has anything come out, Lefkoe gets it because he's loyal to Lefkoe, because Lefkoe was in with him before. So I feel maybe get in with Patrick, we could get some shoes. You know what I mean? This could
How
be.
about we get in with Lefko? I mean,
yeah, I guess. But Lefko's not going to.
I mean, we bailed on Lefko. It was Lefko and Sims. We went Sims. We left Lefko alone. That was probably not a great decision.
Yeah, we chose the wrong one in that relationship, huh? We can't get rid of Chris Sims.
I'm thinking we asked. I'm thinking we asked. Well, maybe we asked Phil to come to tight end university. I'm thinking we asked Lefko to join us at tight end university, and then we get Patrick Mahomes. How about that?
He'd probably ask, "Why would I do that?" But you could ask him.
We're friends. I mean,
Are we?
I am. Right. Are you?
No, I don't know.
Billy, what'd you make of Waddle getting the big contract, huh?
It's happening. It's happening to Tua. He's too nice, and now everyone around him is going to get paid, and that money well is going to dry up, and he's not going to get his money.
I think it's good for Tua.
I mean, the Dolphins are making it pretty clear that they're hesitant to pay Tua, are they not?
No, I don't think so. I don't think you pay all these guys and not pay Tua, because if you let Tua walk, you basically say, hey, the Tyreek Hill thing's over, right? Because who are you going to get? So now they have like two of the top 5 highest paid receivers in the league. I think it just guarantees Tua's going to get a new contract. It's just what's the number going to be behind it, right?
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, how much money is going to be left for him? Because I think that they want Tua.
No, I think you need to keep. I mean, because what else is there?
Yeah, but they don't want it. I don't think that they want Tua at Jared Goff's number.
No, well, that I'll believe.
So I don't doubt that they are going to try to re-sign Tua. It's just a matter of, is it going to be what we said, which is, can we get him to agree to a more team-friendly deal? He's our guy. Here's your security, but it's not Jared Goff's money.
But like, to go to the guy who led the league in passing last year and be like, not as good as Jared Goff. That's like a tough sell.
Yeah,
I think.
Right. And he checked off the major box he needed to check off, which is I could stay healthy for an entire year. I mean, that's what he did. By the way, Waddle got 3 years, $84.75 million, 76 guaranteed. That's ridiculous money. $76 million guaranteed for Jaylen Waddle. It does seem like, Billy, I think the Dolphins want to bring Tua back, but it doesn't seem like they want to pay him $55 million a year. And I don't blame them. I actually don't blame the Dolphins if they don't want to do that.
Man, if I'm Raheem Mostert, I'm like, just start lining me up on the outside. Like, I'm not going to keep getting hit as a running back for what? Like, I'll take half of that deal. Just sign me up as a wide receiver, and I'm good.
Mostert should
you
be
see what they're doing with Justin Fields in Pittsburgh? They want him to return kicks. They want him to catch passes. They want him to do everything but throw the football. I mean,
is there a better deal than that Waddle deal for a young receiver? It's short years. It's a lot of guaranteed money, and he's going to get another big contract when it's over. That is a perfect deal for him.
Yeah.
It's a great deal. Yeah, I'm not certain. To answer your question, I don't know.
I think it's a little bit of a health concern with him.
He does get injured a lot.
Yeah, he had a couple games where he'd like play a couple series, get hurt, then he missed the next one, come back. He was always kind of in and out of the lineup.
He was on and off the field.
Yeah, but he's always got nagging injuries. He's never like out for the year.
Yeah, but all those games add up. He's missing all of a sudden 3 or 4 games a year. A short deal might be better for the Dolphins, because then if he ends up with like a big injury or something, he's off the books in 3 years.
Well, and when you really saw the impact was when Tyreek Hill missed a couple of games, and then when Waddle can't stay on the field, it's like, well, what are we doing? Yeah. What do we have?
Right. Go out there, Barrios and
exactly
Wilson Jr.,
right.
And Fuentes, when you ask who else is out there, I mean, Billy brought it up last week. The last guy you want out there is still out there, and that's Ryan Tannehill. I mean,
the system's perfect for him.
It really
is. It really is perfect for him.
In this offense? Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm not certain they would get further with Tannehill.
Oh, shut your mouth.
What? Tannehill's been to multiple AFC championship games on teams that weren't nearly as good or talented as the Dolphins. I mean,
zip it up.
Come on.
And he can go out for a pass. As a receiver at Texas A&M, a little trickery there.
Could you imagine if Tannehill's like, you know what, I'm seeing this wide receiver money. You know who used to play wide receiver? And then he cuts in, and then Mostert can't even get the wide receiver money because Tannehill's getting it.
Tells coach, line me up at the slot.
Exactly right.
I can beat a linebacker off the line.
Line me up at the slot.
Poor Jonnu Smith. Like, I thought he was going to have such a big year this year, and then they get Odell Beckham Jr. And there's only one ball. Can't go to everybody.
Right. Well, that's a good point, Billy. It cannot go to everybody. Yes. I forgot about Odell Beckham Jr. Ryan Tannehill, I am telling you right now, he could win a Super Bowl with this roster. Billy, we have a lot to get to here. I'm not certain where we go first. We have most Mikey. We have One's Got to Go. And I have top 5 sportscasters that look like they live at home. It was a great question by you. Great top five. I have my list completed. So you tell me, Billy, where would you like to go first? Because this is very exciting. We have a game that is 2 weeks old. It was such a success last week that we brought it back again. That's Mikey A's game.
It was such a fun game.
I know. You want to go there? Let's go there.
I do want to go there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so excited for One's Gotta Go, though.
I know. So am I. Fuentes, hold on to One's Gotta Go. I'll get to my top five after most Mikely. It is May, people. Okay. It is May. We are sitting around. We are talking about Ryan Tannehill. We are talking about Chris Fowler and what a handsome devil he is. The fact that he's 61 years old. There is nothing to talk about, is my point. So, with that said, let's get to most Mikely.
All right, we'll start here. Which one is most likely to be a starting quarterback next year? Daniel Jones or Russell Wilson?
Well, Daniel Jones is a starting quarterback.
That's this year. Next year.
He's already
You're on
flipped
to
the calendar.
next season already. You're on to next
Oh,
May.
I flipped the calendar.
Yeah.
I flipped
Okay.
it. Yeah.
The 2025 season is what you're saying.
Wow.
So you're telling me this year's Super Bowl has already been played, and we
It's
have
already
moved
been
on,
played.
and
The
now here
draft
we are.
is happening.
So we're a couple of weeks out from next year's tight end university. Got it. Okay. Russell Wilson or Daniel Jones? More
Starting
likely.
quarterback.
Billy, what do you think? More likely to be a starting quarterback next year
That one's really
without
good.
knowing what they did this year.
Well,
Exactly.
That one's
That's the point.
For you to come
I know.
out of the gate with that one is crazy.
Well,
That's
'cause
really
It's a
good.
tough fight. You're right,
Yeah,
Fuentes.
that's really
Yes.
good,
I got to tell you,
Let's
the
ease
next
into
question,
this.
Yeah.
also about next year.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
here's the thing. We'll save some of these for next May. What are we doing? Here's the problem.
He'll do the
Then
following
I'm on to
season.
26.
Yeah,
And I'm on
yeah,
to
that's
26.
true.
This guy stays a year ahead, Billy. I mean,
If Daniel Jones is not the starting quarterback, they will draft a quarterback. Like if he doesn't have a good year, they will replace him through the draft. Is there a
well, it's the
team-
last year. He signed a 2-year extension to his deal. So this is the last year, I believe, on Daniel Jones's contract. So,
But if it doesn't work out in New York, is there another team that's going to give him a shot and make him the starter? Is the question there.
right. Yes.
Russell Wilson.
Basically, Billy, what you're thinking here is, will he have a big year with the Giants? The Giants re-sign him, and he's the starting quarterback there, or will he not have a good season? But there is always a GM and a coach out there that thinks to themselves, I can turn Daniel Jones into what they wanted to turn Daniel Jones into, but I can do it.
Yeah,
I
but
can
Cliff
do it.
Kingsbury's not around anymore, is he?
You're right. It's a good point. Yeah.
Isn't he the OC for the Commanders?
Listen, I'll answer first. I'm going to say Russell Wilson simply because when you're talking about Justin Fields returning kicks, playing running back, playing wide receiver, you're telling me that Russell Wilson is your starting quarterback, and I think Russell Wilson is more likely, to be a starting quarterback next year than Daniel Jones. That's my answer.
All right, Cliff Kingsbury is the OC for Washington, but I don't think he's going to get the leash to take on a Daniel Jones and develop him. I'm going to say Daniel Jones. I think that he has not a great season, but an okay enough season that he's still the starting quarterback the following year.
Okay. It's got Dable as the head coach. Fuentes, what do you think?
It's kind of one of the rare situations where I feel like neither of them will be.
I do too, but that's not an
but
option.
That's not an option. Yeah. So,
Not an
But
option.
it's, which one is most likely?
Exactly.
Because the thing is, you said just be a starting quarterback. Daniel Jones might be a starting quarterback on another team because I think that they might have seen enough of him. But then, like you said, there's another guy out there somewhere who's like, hey, I can make Daniel Jones a guy.
Yeah.
That guy is clearly an idiot. So it's like, and then Russell Wilson has, Justin Fields waiting in the wings. He could get injured.
Yeah.
I want to say neither, but I'm also going to say Daniel Jones. I'm going to say Daniel Jones, but not in New York.
Huh.
Okay.
Wow. All right. So you believe there's a coach out there who thinks, I could be the guy that rehabs him.
There's
Yes.
somebody, I don't know.
Daniel Jones is also 8 years younger than Russell Wilson, which is like a big thing in this game.
And to see,
I think Russell Wilson's going to have a big year in Pittsburgh and be right back there as the starter next year. I really do. I think Pittsburgh's going to be very, very good this year.
I feel like Justin
As a
Fields could
kick
have
returner.
he could have a big year too. Like if
Yeah.
Russell Wilson goes down, and it's he has
Well-
a guy waiting in the wings. Daniel Jones is not, but Daniel Jones could go somewhere else.
Here's another thing with Russell Wilson that we need to consider is that Russell Wilson is also getting paid nothing by the Steelers. So
Correct.
a year from now, what is paying Russell Wilson to be a starter going to cost you?
You see how I get all these layers in by making it next year?
Mm-hmm.
It was a good
I said it
question.
was good. Yeah, I said it was
Yeah.
It's a great question.
All right.
Let's stick with next year. Let's
Okay.
stick with next year. Do another
Let's do
one.
that. Yep.
Who's more likely to be an NFL head coach next season? Bill Belichick or Nick Sirianni?
Next season. I think Belichick's
Next.
going to be a head coach this season. So,
No, but it's next season. It's next season.
Yeah, but I have Belichick replacing Sirianni this season.
Well, then you have your answer.
That's my answer. It's Belichick. Yes.
What does Nick Sirianni have to do to lose his job? Because the fact that we're close is a little bit crazy, right? Like it's
First round.
Made the
playoff
Super Bowl
exit.
2 years ago, made the playoffs last year. Yes, it's a little bit crazy.
Yeah,
Yes.
but people were calling for his job towards the end of last season, which is
Right,
crazy.
because he's crazy. Yeah.
He made the Super Bowl in his first season there? Was it his first season?
I think it was.
First or second season, he made the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had his best season 2 years ago. I mean, they made the playoffs last year, Mike.
That's the thing. But if he loses in the first round, right, then it's like you're seeing a regression. So you got to assume it's just getting worse.
Right.
He's been the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles since 2021. So his second season, I believe.
So second season. Okay.
Yeah.
I say Belichick for me.
You know, I'm going to say Nick Sirianni because I don't know that he's going to blow it so much, even though they already wanted to get rid of him. I don't know that he's going to make so much of a mess that they fire him. And also, we're leaving out, and granted, he's only, like 14 wins, 15 wins away from taking over Don Shula for all-time wins list is Bill Belichick. Yep. So in New England, we were saying it's going to take you like 3 seasons to get 15 wins. But, you know, if he gets to a good team, it takes him 2 more seasons. He may still want to do that. But what if he likes the Manning cast? He seems to be having fun outside of football. What if he decides that being happy is more important than winning 15 more games to pass Don Shula?
That day will never arrive where he is more happy not coaching than he is coaching. No,
I got to be honest with you. A smile looks good on Bill Belichick.
I agree.
He's got a good smile. Not like a handsome. He's not a handsome man, but he's got a good smile. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That
Like,
makes sense.
oh, he's happy. Type.
Yeah, like
look at him.
that's cute. Yeah. Look how happy
He's no
he is.
Chris Fowler. You're right.
It's almost like, and I mean this in the most respectful way possible, Mr. Belichick. If you're watching God Bless Football on the DraftKings Network, or you're listening online or on YouTube or whatever, you downloaded the podcast. Bill Belichick looks like the first grader whose parents dressed him up in a 3-piece suit for graduation.
Or the first day of school.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Looks dressed to the nines, overdressed, but really happy to be there.
It's picture day.
Exactly right.
he just showed
Overdressed for picture day.
It's picture day. And
Will you
Bill's
answer the question? I mean,
I did. Nick Sirianni.
You did.
oh, Nick Sirianni.
Yeah,
Okay. Fuentes.
If he doesn't get hired mid-season, he'll be like the first coach on the list of after firing day, after like Black Monday, to be hired. So I'm gonna say I think they'll both be hired, but I'll say Bill Belichick.
You know what's crazy though? How quickly that changes year to year, because Ken Dorsey was that guy like 2 seasons ago, then gets fired, and like I don't
Bill's
know that
already
he's gonna
been
sniff.
fired. Bill's already been fired.
Yeah.
So and Bill has like 1 million Super Bowls, where Ken Dorsey has a fit in the coordinator booth.
No, but Billy's right. Ken Dorsey
right.
was the guy, and then Josh Allen ended him. And now he's got to do a whole rehab tour. You know, I mean, he ended him, Josh Allen.
He's in.
He did.
Where's he now?
I have no idea where Kenny Dorsey is now. I think Cleveland, maybe.
I think you're right.
He Cleveland. He's offensive coordinator for Cleveland Browns.
I mean, listen, if he can get Deshaun Watson back to where Deshaun Watson was before he got to Cleveland, then Kenny Dorsey will be a head coaching candidate again. Mikey, do we have one more here?
Sure.
Yes.
Well, we're resetting the wide receiver market. So assuming Justin Jefferson is the highest paid wide receiver, who is most likely to be the second highest paid wide receiver? CeeDee Lamb or Jamar Chase?
Billy thinks Burrow has something to prove this year.
Do I? Yes, I do. I do think that.
You said it, and they're your words.
You know, sometimes I just say things.
I know, Billy. I've been doing it for 20 years.
I'll answer right away. It's CeeDee Lamb. He's coming off his best.
You think CeeDee Lamb's getting paid? He'll be the second highest paid receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, he had like a career year last year. I think he had like 45 catches. I think he'll do it again this year.
Yeah.
Bad division.
Yeah, bad division, and he's a great player. Justin Jefferson's gonna have a down year this year, and he'll like compare his money to that. So I think CeeDee Lamb.
I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb as well.
I was too.
Dallas throws the ball a lot. It's a bad division. They score a lot of points at home. Jamar Chase in a much more difficult division. Joe Burrow coming off an injury. Questions around Higgins. So yeah, I'm gonna go CeeDee Lamb, definitely.
Yeah, he has to share the ball with Higgins in a way, and I can't even name Dallas's number 2 receiver right now off the top of my head. Who is it?
Brandon Cooks.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb's gonna have another huge year.
Yeah.
Guy's always hanging around Cooks.
I love Brandon Cooks though. Don't get me wrong. Love Brandon Cooks. He always finds a way to get 1,000 yards, but he's not T. Higgins wants
professional wide receiver, Fuentes. That's what he is.
Exactly.
A professional wide receiver.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Billy?
I was going to go CeeDee Lamb, but I'll go Jamar Chase just so someone picks
Oh,
him.
no, do the clean sweep. It'll be the first one.
Fine. I'll do CeeDee Lamb.
There you go.
You guys want my, before we break here, we'll come back with, this is very exciting. We will come back with One's Got to Go. You want my top 5 sportscasters who look like they live at home?
I got the fanfare ready.
Oh, exciting.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Number 5, Go Joe.
Mike Golick Jr.
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah,
it.
go with you. Thank you.
Both homes.
Number 4, Skip Bayless. Go on.
Gojo's missing.
He's 70-something years old.
Gojo's missing a grand opportunity to just always live in the house that his parents are not living in. Save
They
on
have
some
so many.
rent. Exactly right. Just
Yes.
keep, as soon as they're like making their drive from South Bend over to Arizona, he like just makes the drive the other way, wave at them on the interstate as they cross paths, and just always live in the other house.
He zigs when they zag. You're
Exactly right. Yeah.
Yep. Number 3, Eli Manning. Looks like he lives with Archie. I mean, it does. It does.
Not Peyton.
Would you
But
be
Eli.
surprised if you knocked on Eli's door and Archie answered? I mean, come on.
Well, that was like what was happening the first season of the Manning cast is that Archie and like their mom was there every episode, and they just kind of like walk in.
Yeah.
They were always there.
I know. Number 2, an old friend of ours, Billy, but I think you'll agree. Randy Scott. It's a good one.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's a good one.
I like Randy.
And I think number 1 is obvious. I think we all know who it is. It's fairly obvious to it should be obvious to everyone. Number 1 is Vern Lundquist.
I think he's 83.
Vern.
So these are UFL rules that exist that you'd like implemented into the NFL?
Yeah, I think the NFL should use the UFL, USFL, like the combination of those leagues, and they should use it as a testing ground. Like, oh, I like that rule. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like how they do that, and pick and choose the things they want to make their game better. That's all.
Okay.
So one of them is, and I love this one time per game, a team gets what's called a super challenge. You can challenge any single play on the field. Things that you can't challenge normally, you can challenge. Like, was that holding? Pass interference, all that stuff. You get one super challenge per game. Mikey A, do you like that? You can challenge any play.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I agree. It is. The challenge flag has to be different for the super challenge, right? It has to be. There has to be. You have to make
Has
a big
to be
deal.
heavier.
Yeah, she, right. She had some more girth, right?
You know what
Yeah.
you know what I think I would do, and I'd immediately get kicked out of the league, or they would change it like right away. I would instruct, if I was a coach in this league, I would instruct a defensive player who's on the sideline to always have a foot on the field. And then anytime we gave up a touchdown, I would super challenge my own team and say there was too many men on the field. And then they'd go and they'd look back and they'd see that I always had 12 defenders on the field because I always have a defender with their foot on the field. So I would,
just a
I
toe.
would,
That's why everyone's
I
playing
would
checkers.
nullify the first touchdown of every single game that my team gave
Right.
up.
Just a toe, though, right? Like just a toe.
Just a foot, just kind of make it look
Right.
like, especially if they're like in the red zone, so it's down the field. So I'd instruct a defender way down the field. Get your foot on that line, and then we're either going to challenge too many men on the field, or we're going to challenge and say that we were offside because you're way behind the quarterback on this play.
You only
Can't they decline the penalty?
No, you're super challenging it.
Yeah, come on, Mike.
You don't understand.
Oh,
super
you
don't
challenging.
get super
Yeah,
challenging.
exactly.
I didn't know super challenge.
There's
I'm
not
sorry.
super declines. It's
Yeah,
just
you
super
only like it
challenge.
because the word super's in front of it, right? That's you put super in front
Super
of everything.
duper
Super.
challenge.
Yeah, it's
Can't
Yeah, a super
decline.
challenge. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Super challenge.
I think you have to hold the flag, the heavier flag in some sort of secret compartment. It can't be in your sock. It's got to be special. It's got to be,
I want the super
You
flag.
got to get a key out to open a thing
Yes.
to
Yeah,
get the
I
flag
like
out.
that. You have to have
4 plays down the road by the
Yeah.
time you get the flag out.
It's not a key. It is a thumbprint lock, right? That you open it, and then the flag is attached to a 20-yard dumbbell.
You know what I would do?
Yeah.
I would like if my I have an admission to make. I don't know the names of the teams of the UFL. There's like a Commanders, there's Renegades probably. There's like
Defenders.
okay.
Battlehawks.
Battlehawks.
Okay, so Battlehawks is actually perfect for this. So you know what I would do if I was like I ran are they still St. Louis Battlehawks?
Sure.
Okay, so if I was like the Battlehawks, like in stadium person, what I would do is I would have a giant Battlehawk like mannequin or whatever, right? And I would have the Battlehawk suspended on the wires, and then when I go to Super Challenge, the Battlehawk is released and then swoops down or goes down like a zip line, not a person. There's just like a giant fake Battlehawk that goes and flies over the field, and then almost like a crop duster or like a gender reveal drops like a powder or whatever color the Battlehawks are, like a blue powder, and that's how you super challenge. There's a flyover, and then all of a sudden there's all this blue powder
I like this.
that overtakes the entire field.
Sold.
Every team needs their own super challenge flag.
Exactly right.
Yes.
Yeah, you have your own way of super challenging.
Yes, you supercharge your own super challenge.
Exactly.
Whatever you want.
Matters what the mascot is now too.
That's
Right.
true. You
Harder
put more
ones,
thought into it. Exactly right.
So one per game. So we all like this idea. Somehow the Jets would lose every super challenge.
Of course.
Right. Yes. No doubt about it. One more or two more for you guys. The two worst teams play, the two worst teams with the worst records, they play a game. They play an actual game for the overall number one pick. I am telling you, certain years that would get a better rating than the Super Bowl. I'm telling you.
It would not.
You have this game
Yes, it
replace the Pro Bowl.
I love it.
It's the week before the Super Bowl. Yes. Oh.
No, Billy, if you have a guy like Caleb Williams out there who is a lock to be a Hall of Famer, okay, and you have a dud of a Super Bowl where, you know, it's not major market teams, people don't really want to watch, I think that game could potentially get bigger ratings than the actual Super Bowl. I do.
The problem with this, though, is that whoever the number one pick is going to be, that corresponding person on that team is going to tank that game. Like, if the big prospect is a quarterback, the quarterback is going to be trying to lose that game to not get replaced by the number one pick. They'll get replaced by the number two pick anyways.
Their current quarterback.
Their current quarterback.
Yes.
Like, those players will
Right.
be tanking because they do not want to get replaced by the number one pick.
Interesting.
And
So I
here's
have
the
a
thing.
different.
Here's the thing. Like, let's say the big pick is a quarterback, right? But there's also like it's like a back and forth situation where like there's this great offensive lineman that's out there, but there's also a great quarterback. You're the offensive lineman. You say, you know what? Maybe I let someone through. Maybe we get that quarterback injured, and then we need a quarterback with the number one pick instead of the offensive lineman. And they forget about me for a moment, and then they use that number one pick on a quarterback, and then I'm safe in my job. I start doing my job. You only have to have one missed assignment, you know what I mean, to not get replaced. Whoopsie daisy, I forgot. All of a sudden, a defender goes through, boom, quarterback breaks both of his legs on one of the most gruesome hits you've ever seen, and now we need a new quarterback.
Right. Okay.
That's the problem.
I love a Billy Trade.
That's
No, I mean,
the problem.
no, but Mike, yeah, he's right. It's going to be tough to convince Bryce Young to go play a game for a guy that's going to replace him.
Well,
It's odd.
Well, he would feel some sense of security. He just got drafted. But like no, but okay. So the game the past year would have been Carolina versus the Commanders. I'd probably skip
Yeah.
it. I don't know if I'm watching
Right.
that the week before the Super Bowl.
It's
but,
so great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, wait. So, do the Bears play in that game just because they have the number one pick?
Whoa! Now this is a whole new.
This is amazing.
Oh my God! Are they playing for
know.
the Bears pick?
Well, hold on a second,
Whoa.
because but also
We got to hurry up here because one's got to go. I mean, I'm not missing one's got to go.
But
anyway,
here's
go
the
ahead,
thing:
Billy.
No.
Sam Howell, like, is he trying to win that game?
That's a good
Or are
point.
you trying to lose that
That's a
game?
good point.
Well, Sam Howell's on record saying he's fine being a backup. I mean,
Well,
Who wouldn't be?
Right, so he can get replaced by either Caleb Williams or Jaden.
that's what you say when you're a backup.
I'm
is
wrong.
you
It was
say, I'm
Taylor
good.
Heineke.
Yeah, I was
no,
gonna
I'm wrong.
say Sam Howell's in Seattle.
Yeah, no, Sam Howell wants to be a starting quarterback.
I know.
Sorry, Sam.
When Sam's in Seattle, you say, "Yeah, no, I'm fine being a quarterback. I just want to learn from Geno Smith." That's what you say when you're in that position.
The first person to ever want to learn from Geno Smith.
Doesn't mean it though. Anyways,
all right, those are my proposed rule changes. I have one more. We'll get to it next week. I want to get to Mike's new game. One's got to go. Explain the rules to Billy again. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna give everybody 4 players, and you have to tell me which one has to go.
wow, look at Fowler behind
Sander.
Fuentes in that shot. Did you see him? Look at him. Oh.
He's a beautiful man.
Anyways,
okay, we have 4 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Shirt.
the first and one's got to go. The first set of players is Deebo Samuel, AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, or Mike Evans. One's got to go. Billy, we'll start with you.
Why do they have to go?
I don't understand where they're going.
You only
either,
get
but it's
3,
fine.
and one's got to go.
Mike Evans has got to go.
Ooh, Mike Evans is gone.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Oh, so
What are my choices again? Debo, AJ Brown,
DK Metcalf or Mike Evans?
Mikey.
I'm going to go Deebo Samuel because I don't think he's going to be nearly as good if he doesn't have that offense.
Wow.
I agree.
So
You stole my thunder. I was going
Deebo
to.
Samuels.
You threw it to me. You threw it to me.
No, you did. I am viewing this game as you're asking us. Okay, choose 3 of those guys that you want. Get rid of the guy that you don't want. I don't want Deebo Samuel. I don't want Deebo.
Yeah, a little bit of an injury concern. And I don't know, AJ Brown kind of had a down year, so I'm surprised most. And also, AJ Brown is like the highest paid receiver in the league. I'm surprised more of you guys.
There's a key
AJ
to
Brown,
hosting.
for a while, AJ Brown was neck and neck with Tyreek Hill.
He was, but
Yeah,
Yes, there's a
fell
key
off
to
at the end of
hosting
the
a
year.
game show here. There's a key to hosting. You can't give your opinion. You ask the questions.
Yeah.
You let us, marinate. That's
but
how it works.
I'm just saying. I'm saying that I'm surprised you guys didn't take AJ Brown. I didn't really give an official opinion.
Well, I also
stop being surprised. Ask
AJ Brown
questions.
was never in consideration.
I don't
Yeah, he's the
understand
first
this.
guy I would take.
I don't understand this game at all.
getting rid
Yeah,
of a
it's
guy.
weird.
No, it's easy, but it's like they're
We'll
all
go
on,
back to rule changes in a minute.
they're
I
all
mean,
on different teams. So like
got
Mike
more
Evans can
Mikeleys.
go because I don't care about the Buccaneers, so
But
he
it's
can go.
It's basically saying,
Get out of here.
It's basically saying which player do you think's the worst one.
Well, I mean,
all it is.
if this is from a fantasy perspective, like, who's got to go? You got to waiver wire claim here. Someone's got to go. We have a big pickup coming in. Who's got to go?
All right.
Billy, you score a touchdown. You have a decision to make, okay? You score a touchdown. You could get the ball back on your own 28. It's 4th and 12, okay? You have one play to get a first down, or you can kick it off. You like it or not?
Nah, who's got to go?
Okay.
Let's go back to
4th and 12.
Who's gotta go? Go
It's
ahead.
got to be
Go ahead.
longer.
Who's
It's got to be
gotta go?
longer.
Mahomes would take that deal every time.
I know.
One's got to go.
Go ahead, Mikey's.
Brees Hall, B.J. Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, or Jonathan Taylor.
I assume you meant Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
That's what I said, didn't I?
Right.
No.
What did I call
Right.
him?
It's the odd game of one's got to go, but technically they all could stay. I mean,
Brees
Well,
Hall.
that's the thing. You'd want them all. But you
Brees
gotta get
Hall
rid of
can
one.
go.
Wow.
Yeah.
get out of here, Brees
Wait,
Hall.
Brees Hall was
not
on the
gonna get
show,
that
right?
out.
Oh,
Never
you guys
mind.
called it a bad game. You called it a bad game. Look at us. Everybody arguing now.
Hold on. Brees Hall's back on because he was on the show. We like him.
And we like Brees. He's been on the show twice, Brees Hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once on Zoom and one at the Super Bowl.
Has Jonathan Taylor technically been on the show, Billy?
I
Who
don't
was the
remember.
third guy?
It's Brees Hall, Bijan
Jahmyr
Robinson,
Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
can get the hell out of here.
Really?
Okay? I
Okay.
mean, yeah.
Okay. I think he was second in the league in yards or something last year, but okay.
That was last year. I mean,
Yeah. What have you done for me lately? We're on this show. We're
Right.
already in the 2025 season.
That's true.
Correct. Yes. By next week, we'll be on the 2026.
That's
So,
right.
So Stugotz got rid of Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't have a definitive answer from Billy because he doesn't want to get rid of Brees Hall, and I'm waiting for Mikey A's answer.
Well, I forgot the other people.
Jonathan Taylor. That's my answer.
Yeah,
Jonathan
Jonathan Taylor kind of was a fart in the wind after he signed that deal. Wasn't great.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of hampered by quarterback play last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Gardner
I don't know.
Minshew,
How do we win
dare
this
you.
game? Everything we say, you dispute. You argue everybody. What are you supposed to do?
Why do we have to win,
What's
guys?
your answer?
We're here for healthy
Tell
debate.
us the answer you want us to get.
No,
Yeah, what are
there
we
is no
doing?
answer. I mean, there is no real.
Okay. Next
All
one.
right. The last set of players: Cooper Kupp, Nico Collins, Keenan Allen, or T. Higgins.
Who do you want to get rid of?
Yeah. Who do you? We can start with
Tell
you.
us the right answer.
I don't know if there is one. I like them all.
Now you don't know.
I like them all. I've been on record saying I'd trade Waddle for T. Higgins in 2 seconds, so I like him.
I'm gonna cut out Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
Same.
'Cause
Same.
I don't know what's gonna go on in Chicago.
it's a good reason. I mean, just the age too.
same.
Right? Just the age.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's do another one. Do you have
yeah.
more? Let's do another one.
No, I didn't have any more. I had three.
Ah, come
All right,
on. We have
three's a nice
20
one.
seconds to fill here.